Hi, welcome to another junior geometry video. We're going to continue chatting transformations, and in this video we're going to chat about enlargement and reduction. Now, enlargement and reduction are transformations that change the size of an object. The word enlargement means to make an object larger or bigger, and the word reduction means to make an object smaller. In enlargement and reduction we require a scale factor. The scale factor is a number, and that number tells us how much bigger or smaller the new image is compared to the original object. In other words, if we have a scale factor of, say, 2, that means the image is twice as big as the original object. Enlargement, the scale factor is a number that is greater than 1, and in reduction, the scale factor is between 0 and 1. Right, here's an example to look at, just quickly talk about a few things. So we have our center of enlargement point. We often call this O for origin. We have our object, which is our original shape, and we have our image, which is our new shape after we've enlarged it. Right, also keep in mind what we've been chatting about in both reflection and rotation. After the enlargement, point A goes to point A dash, point B goes to point B dash, point C goes to point C dash. All right, cool. Let's go into GeoGebra and show you a couple more ideas before we tidy up this video. So here is an enlargement. We have our center of enlargement, point O. We have our object, which is triangle ABC, and we have our new image, which is triangle A dash, B dash, C dash. Now at the moment, this has got a scale factor of 2. We often use the letter K to represent scale factor. So it's got a scale factor of 2, which means the new image is twice as big as the old image, as the object. Now I just want to show you the lengths and see what we mean by this. See this length between A and C, it's 2 squares along, and after the enlargement it's now 4 squares because it's twice as big. This length between A and B is 3 squares, and after the enlargement it's now gone to 6 squares because 3 times 2 is 6. It's a scale factor of 2. See this diagonal between B and C, the hypotenuse we call it in mathematics. After the enlargement, it's become 7.2. It was 3.6 times 2 becomes 7.2. So everything's 2 times as big. Notice though, the angles don't change. That's something to be aware of in enlargement. The angles stay the same. If you've watched our trigonometry videos, you're probably aware that these are called similar triangles because they're exactly the same, just one's bigger than the other. Right, if I carried on and made the enlargement to a scale factor of 3, we've gone from 3 times 3 to get a length of 9 for length of AB. This length of AC was 2 times 3 is now gone to a length of 6. And the hypotenuse, which was 3.6 times 3, gives us a length of 10.8. So everything now is 3 times as big, right? Also notice, did you notice I'll just take it back. I'll take it back to enlargement of 1. As I enlarge it and get bigger and bigger and bigger, not only do the lengths get larger by the certain scale factor, the actual triangle moves away from the center of enlargement by the same proportion. All right, so that's something to be mindful of as you explore enlargement in further detail. A scale factor of 1, let me just go back to a scale factor of 1, means it's times by 1 times its size, which means it's the same size. So there's no point in enlarging something by a scale factor of 1, I suppose. Now, what do we mean by reduction? Reduction means numbers that are less than 1, and here's a reduction of 0.6, which is 60% of the original size. 0.5, stop at 0.5, that's half the original size, which means it's 50% of the original size, all right? Now, something you may know that you can have negative enlargements, which means we're going to take it out onto the other side and enlarge it in a negative direction. So if you do more work on enlargement, you may come across this as the next few years go on. Right, well, I hope we've covered everything we need to chat about enlargement. So I'm going to stop the video there and say thank you so much for watching.